this? Dye? Soap? Windex? Blood. Coming up next. These things are awesome. One of the best things about living in Southwest Florida is being around these animals that predate dinosaurs. They're called horseshoe crabs, but the question is, are they actually crabs? Tell me about the coolest fact that you know about horseshoe crabs.
So these guys are actually older than the dinosaurs. So people can find fossils that are very, very similar to what they look like now. Now that doesn't mean that they actually live as long as the dinosaurs. They live about 20 years. But
that's a long time.
Yeah. But if it's not broke, don't fix it. So they didn't evolve past what they were like when they were like the dinosaurs.
That's true. Do they have any predators?
They do. They're very commonly eaten in their coastal ecosystem. A lot of animals actually go for their eggs though. So a lot of migrating shorebirds will use them kind of as a gas station. They'll kind of stop along and they'll eat all the eggs that they lay on the beach. And then sea turtles and even sharks will eat the adults.
They look kind of dangerous. Is it okay if I pick them up?
You can pick them up, just be really careful. They aren't going to hurt you. They have those long tails, and sometimes people think that that's to hurt you.
They look kind of spiny.
It's actually, they have the long tails because they're really clumsy, so if they flip themselves over, they need to flip themselves back over. They don't have hands.
It's more of a protection mechanism and a fear factor, because I tell you what, I've stayed away from them because of their spiny tails.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just be really gentle.
They don't have any crabs or claws on the bottom?
Nope, they don't have any claws.
They don't have any claws. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, you gotta feel this is crazy. It feels like it's gonna pinch me and then it never pinches. It never pinches. Can I flip them over to see the bottom?
Yeah, just be really gentle.
Okay.
So if you look closely.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
So they have 6 sets of legs.
6 sets of legs?
And you can see there's no big pinchers.
That's really interesting. So these guys, they're little pinchers. And what about their mouth? Where is their mouth and where is their eyes?
So their mouth is right in the middle here, and they use these chelicerae to move their food into their mouth.
Wow.
And they actually have 10 eyes.
Wait, they have 10 eyes?
Yeah.
That's very unlike a crab.
So they have two eyes that are similar to ours. They're called compound eyes.
Okay.
And then they have 8 other eyes that can track light, and some of them can even see UV light.
That's interesting. That's more like a spider.
Yeah.
So we found this on the beach and we were super sad, but then really interested because if you touch it, it almost feels like it's hollow. Is this what happens when horseshoe crabs die?
So this is actually what we would call a molt.
Molt?
So horseshoe crabs, they can't grow like we do. So how I like to call it is it's kind of like outgrowing your clothes. So when your clothes get too tight, you go and buy new ones, but they can't buy new clothes. So what they do is they build new clothes for themselves. So they'll build their new shell, and it's really soft. It's almost like paper thin. And then when they're ready to get new clothes or a new shell, they'll actually swell with water, and it makes this big crack here. So then their whole new body will crawl out, and they'll leave their old body behind. So they make all new body parts, and all of it comes with them.
So this isn't actually a horseshoe crab. This is just a molt.
Yep. So that's what they leave behind when they grow older.
That's so interesting. So they molt like snakes or reptiles. They have eyes like spiders. They have little pinchers like crabs. And they have a tail like a ray. What is this thing?
So I have one more cool thing to show you.
Yeah?
I have a vial of horseshoe crab blood.
What? Wow. Well, this definitely gives us some insight. Horseshoe crab blood is used in human medicine all the time. It is a bacteria coagulant. In fact, horseshoe crabs are able to lose over 1/3 of their blood and still survive. There are laboratories all over the world taking this horseshoe crab blood from horseshoe crabs and using it for human medicine. So we're putting all the information that we've gathered together. Horseshoe crabs have blue blood. They have a ton of legs, 10 eyes, chelicera. It seems like they're more related to arachnids than crabs. In fact, horseshoe crabs aren't a crab at all. They're more related to the tarantula than they are to your common crab. Remember guys, anyone can be a scientist or an engineer with some passion, hard work, and innate curiosity of how the world works. Hashtag not a crab.